Broker open sucks. That's what I hear from a lot of different agents here lately. And I wanted to do a quick video explaining to you why that is. Hi, my name is Willie Miranda with the Ultimate Real Estate Success Blueprint. And I've been doing real estate for well over 25 years now. And back when I got into real estate, I mean, broker opens was something that, we would do weekly meetings at our office. We would do what they call caravan, where we'd all jump into, not a van, but we'd jump into our cars and go to the newest listing that one of our agents had, and we would call it a broker open, so that we can actually go in, take a look at the property, give feedback to that agent to help them with their seller. And I think nowadays you hear from sellers that they want to have a broker's open, right? They still remember that concept from 15, 20 years ago, and they want to have that. And things have just changed, right? It's not like it used to be. I mean, back then you didn't have all the information that we have now on the internet. We have, virtual tours and photos, and a lot of the top agents don't have time to just go out and go to all these different homes and broker opens. So a couple years ago, I had an agent that was just a little bit down in the dumps about it. And actually, I've had a couple just recently too that had not a very successful broker open. And I wanted to just quickly just share this video with you, what this other agent did and some of the top agents that I've seen out there on how they do effective broker opens. And the first one is that, you got to think about it. Like, if you're going to be doing a broker's open and you're going to be doing it, say, 15 miles away from the office that you're at or all the agents that you associate with, it's a little hard to ask for them to go travel somewhere, a half hour out of the way to somewhere where they probably don't even have a buyer for to go see this, this open home. The other thing is that I think a lot of agents just hide behind email nowadays, right? They just go ahead and they just send, because there's really not a lot of office meetings that are done every week, where you're all like, it used to be like mandatory, like you had to go to these broker opens. I remember when I was a newer agent. And I think as a new agent, it's really good to do, so you can see what the inventory is out there, right? You can actually see what properties for sale, but the industry is just different now, right? So what do you do today? What do you do in 2024, 2025 to do a very effective broker open, so that, again, you're doing the right job for your client, but you're also not wasting your time? So the first one is that, you want to take a look at where that home is, right? Take a look at where that actual property is, and take a look at a 10-mile radius. Take a look at all the sales that were done, and what are the agents in the brokerages that are selling those properties, right? Hone in on that, right? Do a nice flyer, do a nice email flyer, or an actual flyer that you can actually bring and share with that broker and share with those agents. So you want to bring that actual flyer right to that brokerage office. And I've had agents in my own office where they've actually made a flyer. They brought a thing of pretzels or chocolate or whatever that may be, and went to those brokerages with the flyers and said, hey, would you mind, right? Someone at the front desk or the broker themselves, hey, would you mind sharing this with your agents? I'm going to have a broker open next week. It'd really mean the world to me if you guys could show up and take a look at this property, so we can give me some feedback from my seller. And you drop off some chocolate, right? It's a whole law of reciprocity. Like, I gave you something, now you're going to give me some of your time and come to this broker open. So that's been very effective. I've seen agents do that where they've actually, again, you don't do this the day before, you do it the week before, so that you're giving them enough notice to put that into your schedule. The other things, you want to do the same thing with an email. Find out all of those agents in that area that have worked with a buyer over the last year or two in that area and that are selling properties there. And you want to build that list and send them an email flyer, right? Send them an email. Let them know about the event. We'd love to have you come to this event. Give them some compelling features of the property, photos of the property, information of the property. And you can create, maybe a door prize or a raffle item or something like that if they come. Maybe it's a gift card to Amazon, right? You're giving out 4 $50 gift cards to Amazon or $100 gift card, whatever you want to do. But I think some type of a door prize or some type of a raffle is always good to do. Third thing I would set up a Facebook private, some type of event page that you're going to have for that. And you could do it through Eventbrite or you could do it through Facebook. But why I like it through Facebook, because you can actually send those out to all your real estate agent friends that you have on there, the brokers, the real estate agents, people that you have that you want to invite. Send it through social media, leverage that platform to them so they can go on there and register for your event and see that event that you're having. The next piece after you send that email, you send that invite, is that you got to pick up the phone. If you learn anything about this video, you have to pick up the phone. All right. I've been to 3 broker opens in the last, I would say, year and a half. And all three of them had reached out to me personally and said, Willie, I'm just giving you a call. I'm making this an exclusive broker open. I'm only inviting so many brokers out. And I know that you and your company sell a lot of business in that area. And I'd love for you to come out, bring some of your brokers out and come to this event. It would mean a lot to me if you came, right? What do you think I did? I'm like, oh my God, absolutely. I put it in my schedule. Hey, if I'm available, I'm going to stop over. We're having free lunch. We're having wine and cheese, whatever it was that they had, because I think one was in the evening. But I went to three of them, and I brought my wife to one of them. And it's because they physically picked up the phone and called me, right? We get tons of emails. We get all kinds of junk email. We go through, oh yeah, that sounds good. And then we kind of delete it, or we don't open it. And then we never circle back to it. We never put it in our schedules. So actually physically picking up the phone and saying, hey, this would really mean the world to me if you can come. And obviously vice versa. If you have something down the road, I'd love to attend you and help you out in your broker open as well. But actually calling them is important. Now, if they don't pick up the phone, send them a video text. Just do it right off your phone. Hey, Mary. Hey, Bill. Hey, Susie. I just, you saw a missed call from me just now. I have this great broker open that I'm doing next week. I really love the opportunity for you to come. It's on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. Don't do them on a Monday and Friday. From 11 to 1:30, I'm going to have some lunch there. We have some door prizes. But because you sell so much, right? Play into their ego a little bit, right? Because you sell so much in that area, because, you're a top agent, because, you've sold property in there in the last year or two. I love, your feedback would be very, very important to me, right? So you want to definitely make that phone call to them. And if not, send them a video text. Video is better, right? Video is like what we're doing here, right? It's much better than a text that I send out to you. And they can actually see that visual, and it's a lot better. So send them a video text. If you don't have their phone number, which you should have their phone number, but if you don't have it, then send it through Messenger on Facebook, right? You can send it right through Messenger and send them a video that way. The other thing, when you get people that say to you, you know what, Willie, yes, my schedule looks pretty clear next week. I'm going to really try to make it. Say, wow, that's awesome. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and send you an invite through Outlook or through Google. And you can actually do that through your Gmail, where you can actually set up an actual calendar invite and send it to them. Why do you do that? Why? Because you want it in their calendar, right? I know for me, everything's in my calendar. Everything's in there. And if it's not in there, I usually miss that, right? I miss that opportunity, or I miss that appointment, or whatever that may be. You want to make sure you put it in there, because if it's in their schedule and they see it in there, it's going to be hard for them to miss that, right? And hard for them to forget about it. So send them an Outlook invite or a Google invite when you do that. Now, the morning of, let's say it's on a Tuesday, the morning of, like 8 o'clock in the morning, start sending out texts to those people that said they would come, right? And people that you haven't heard from, hey, I'd really like you to come to this event. Like, you actually have to physically do work, right? You actually have to work at it. And it's not that the broker opens suck. It's the follow-up, and it's the prep, and it's the invite that sucks, right? So actually get physically on there. For all the people that said yes, send them an invite. Don't take it that, oh, they said yes last week, so they're going to come. Send that a reminder. Hey, friendly reminder, looking forward to seeing it today between 11 and 1:30 at my broker's open at 123 Main Street, right? So you send that out. And by doing those steps, I know it's a little bit of work, but by doing those steps, you'll go from, I have agents say no one showed up. I've had agents say that, like, no agents come, no one's come from my office. They're depressed because, they feel they're not getting the support from their office. And it's not that they're being disrespected by their office. It's just that agent just, again, I don't have any buyers for it. I don't, it's kind of a mass email that went out to everyone. I'm really not interested in driving 15 miles to go see this property. I don't have any buyers for that. So I'm not going to go, right? But if someone physically picked up the phone and called you and saying, hey, it would be a big favor for me for you to stop by, take a look at it, get your feedback, get your expertise, and write down a couple different things, grab some lunch, enter your name into a raffle prize. And again, just take 15, 20 minutes of your time. It really mean a lot to me for you to come. You're going to get people that are going to get in their car and they're going to drive. So what's that going to do for you? It's going to help you better service that listing. It's going to better for you to get feedback from those agents. And then you're going to be able to take that information and give better service to your seller, right? And maybe even get a price reduction, or maybe get a few staging ideas, or maybe something that you didn't even think about that's being presented or offered or suggested by some of these top agents. So I just want to get this video out to you because I've seen it now come up 3 or 4 times in my own office where we've had broker opens and very little turnout. And when I ask them, well, what did you do to promote it? It's very little, right? Oh, I sent an email out, or I put an internal post, or I said it to a couple agents in passing. That's not how you do it. Follow those steps, and I guarantee you'll have a lot better results at your broker opens, and you'll be able to leverage your time much better and do a right job for your client. So if you like this information, scroll down below, leave a comment, and let's go get them this week.